Versatility is the key to the future, and the D&M Machine Division is busting its way to the future with the Slashbuster. You will see the greatly versatile Slashbuster in right-of-way, land, and road clearing applications, building demolition and related debris reduction, and in forestry applications. The Slashbuster can be used for pre-commercial thinning, forest firefighting, and slash busting. The D&M Machine Division has been in land management control and offering state-of-the-art cutting equipment for many years. Our dedication to quality service and land management techniques, such as the FMC and its crew, working here on right-of-way of power lines, has brought us to our biggest event. We proudly present the most versatile multi-use vehicle on the market today, the Slashbuster, which features the unique and fully patented D&M cutter head. Unmatched in quality, performance, and cost, we will see the D&M Slashbuster in brush cutting, right-of-way maintenance, vegetation mulching and reduction, and land clearing applications. Notice how easy the Slashbuster mulches the roadside debris. It takes out the trees as easily as it takes out the low-growing vegetation. We have also called the Slashbuster a finesse machine. Here we see how carefully it can pick up debris in the ditch line and put it back on the right-of-way. Once the debris is on the right-of-way, the Slashbuster can mulch it back into the ground. The Slashbuster, when coupled with the modern hydraulic excavator, by installing the Slashbuster in place of the bucket, the third boom arrangement allows full range of motion like the human arm. At the end of the third boom is mounted the unique D&M cutter head, which includes a safety shroud with a built-in rake grapple assembly. Here we see how the grapple can remove the debris from the ditch line and place it back on the right-of-way for mulching. With the Slashbuster's long reach and mobility, it can easily take out any individual tree. Also, the Slashbuster can easily take out any large individual tree and set it aside for firewood or for removal. Because of the unique grapple assembly on the cutter head, there is no need for other machines. The Slashbuster can do it all. The Slashbuster can also reduce standing trees into shreddable mulch. Four months ago, the D&M machine cleared this right-of-way. Notice the uniform growth of low-growing vegetation, giving you a trouble-free right-of-way. This natural ground cover helps to choke out tall-growing vegetation, and at the same time provide good visibility. Studies show that wildlife tend to eat at the edge of the brush line. This type of right-of-way clearing has reduced a deer kill. The D&M machine saves lives and money. The Slashbuster recently cleared these right-of-ways. Notice how steep some of these right-of-ways are. The Slashbuster can level out stumps into the ground. Not only can the Slashbuster easily clear the right-of-way along power lines, but can also organize and pile the logs. Here, the Slashbuster, in order to get along this right-of-way, builds a road so he can get to these trees. Again, the Slashbuster reduces the need for extra equipment and laborers, saving time and money. Another easy task for the Slashbuster is going through and opening old logging roads. Notice how all this vegetation seems to disappear underneath the D&M cutter head. It can easily mulch and reduce all the vegetation so that it can rapidly decompose. The D&M Slashbuster is a finesse machine. After it pulls out this fence, later on we will see it demolish the barn in the back. Please notice how fast the Slashbuster can level this barn to reduced debris. Take note of the minute counter on the left as we time-lapse through these scenes. a structure with a tin roof holds no obstacle for the Slashbuster. Here, the smaller DM LW360 can easily handle the demolition of this house. The D&M Slashbuster is such a unique machine that everybody seems to be talking about it. Even the television networks. Again, because of the versatility of this machine, no other extra equipment or laborers are needed. After the Slashbuster fully reduces this house to movable debris, we can easily haul it into a dump truck and remove it. Slash busting is the D&M Slashbuster moving through a commercially logged or failed plantation site and mechanically creating uniform planting sites without having to burn or pile the logging debris or slash. Slash busting reduces the need for slash burning. This eliminates the unsightly and hazardous air pollution and the liability if the burn moves to adjacent properties. Slash busting leaves the thin topsoil layer intact with its vital nutrients. By slash busting, the remaining logging slash helps retard competing vegetation and creates a barrier against soil erosion while providing natural shading and protection for the seedlings. The Slashbuster easily penetrates the duff layer, which allows a successful plant. The Slashbuster can be used right after it's been logged, thus putting the plantation back into production very quickly. Here, Dave Milborn interviews Gary Castelline and Bob Pacific of the Forest Service.
With these plant spots, we've been able to put in the plant spots without any ground compaction, and I'll let Gary tell his side of the story as far as some of the benefits that he sees in this type of an operation.
Well, for our agency anyway, we've got smoke management concerns. We could, like Bob said, came in here and burnt this unit, but we wouldn't have. I think the pre-plant showed about 20 or 30 planting spots per acre in this thing. If we would have burned it, we might have ended up with 50 or 60. With your machine, from what we've seen and the plots we put in after it went through here, we got 300 planting spots per acre out here now. We don't have the smoke management concerns like I said. We're situated right next to Mount Rainier National Park. So if you start burning down here, all that smoke's going to go up in the park and cause some visual concerns for the people up there. And for wildlife habitat cover. Plus, we don't burn the few naturals that are up out here with this machine.
What do you see, Bob, as far as the hole, the preparation of the hole? Do you, as far as putting a seedling in here?
Well, you can see that it's got a pretty good sized spot here for planting a tree, and there's easily a 3-foot diameter space here where you can plant a tree anywhere in that circle. It's going to make it real easy for planters coming through, so from that perspective I really see it lowering the cost of planting. Planters don't have to worry about spacing out. The spots are already there, you just have to come through and plant the trees. And have a decent planting crew, I can't see any problems why you couldn't get 90 to 100% survival in a unit like this. And like I say, we're going for 12 by 12 spacing, so we should get 300 trees an acre in, and they all should get 300 trees an acre survival. So.
Have you had any problems in the past as far as planting and not getting into the good soil? Or?
Yeah, you're always, a lot of units, like I say, even if you burn some units, you still have that heavy duff layer. You know, burning a unit, well, you might get increased, double your planting spots, but you're still way under what you need because of the duff. So with this machine, it cuts right through that duff. Even if it has to go down 1 to 2 feet to get through the duff, you still have a planting spot there.
I think if we just let a cat in here to move things around, to create planting spots, I think 90% of this area would be disturbed right now. There'd be soil, there'd be piles of slash out here. and I'd say 90% of the area would have some kind of soil disturbance on it. I brought our fuels person out here, our fire person, and he walked through here and he asked me, where did this machine go through out here? There's hardly any visible tracks whatsoever. That's a big plus. That's a lot of our sites, once you disturb the ground, it's hard to get anything to come in. The main benefit I see is that without this machine, we'd end up with this place either torn up with cat and a great deal of ground disturbance, or we'd only have 30 or 40 trees an acre. And this way we've got 300. Land would have been probably sat like this for a lot of years, and probably might have been replanted in 10 years or something when the slash was finally reduced on it. With your machine, we've effectively gone in here and reclaimed the thing in one day, 4 acres.
Do you have anything else to add, Gary?
No, just that I guess this particular machine is one of about the only real advance I've seen in reforestation site prep, in my years in the Forest Service.
How many years have you been in the Forest Service?
17.
A long time.
I think cat saw here and other types of machines that came out. I was impressed with this. This hole we're standing in, this hole wouldn't have been here. You can see we went through a leaf, a duff layer, and a layer of woody debris. A chunk of wood there, part of a root that weighs about 70 pounds, and no planter would have ever went through this to put this spot there. And the machine did this in about 15 seconds. It is definitely a multi-purpose piece of equipment. It's unlike a cat or some kind of a scalping machine or something. It can load logs and roadside brush. It's a multi-purpose vehicle. It's also a finesse vehicle. It's not like a cat down here pushing stumps and everything out of the way. We've got some videotape where it can lift small trees right out of the ground, small trees that big, grab it with the scalper on the thing and just pull that individual tree right out of the ground.
Here, a large tree is being lifted out by the D&M machine as to not damage the nearby shrubs and fence. Here, the D&M machine is working near a 6-foot ditch full of water. It can keep the ditch free of debris while clearing the right-of-way. This piece was hand-cleared at the same time as the piece next to it, which was cleared by the D&M machine. See how even and controlled the new growth is. Now you can see that the D&M slash-busting machine is unbeatable, unmatchable in performance and cost.